of my face is red, with breasts, with a shoulder of a friend, with a corner of a desk, with communion, with a yes, and I tell you.
Welcome back to Pretty Much Experts. I'm Robert John. I'm not in Guelph today. I'm in Toronto at a bud's house, and Skyler is still there, smoking everything in the house. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How's everybody up there?
Yeah, that's fine. There's Mike in Vancouver. I may have had a little bit of weed before I start the button. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
It's always funny to see your brother's reaction immediately after starting the show. It's pretty much the same as always, and it's just a dead face. Fucking, like, oh my god, I need 5 minutes to recover from that.
Who, me? Yeah.
Yeah, every time. I don't know
Pivots
why
you
you
right at
insist
the
on
worst.
starting the show with a long rip since like episode 20.
I feel like there was one a couple weeks ago that we did, and I ripped the bong, and then I feel like I sat there for the first 15-20 minutes and was just so high, and you guys were going on about fucking...
That's every show.
I know,
It's
right?
literally
And
every
it literally, I had a moment where I was just like, "This is it." Like literally me. Like I don't pipe in until the like halfway mark once my weed wore off. Yeah. But you know, I'm not changing.
No.
Nothing for nobody.
Oh no.
I did change one thing though. I bought.
Your undies.
I can only call this like a fucking Emperor Penguin can. Like it's
that's
it's
like
big. Look at. That's a
that's a Tolly.
Oh.
That's
a Tolly.
That's a Greyhound bus.
Yeah, that's a fucking mortar shell, right? And I went to the beer store
Talk
the other
about
day.
a silo.
Is it a liter? A liter of beer?
It's gotta be a liter. 710 milliliters.
No,
so
I guess that's not a liter. No.
No, that's pretty far off, actually.
What is a liter? 100?
A
like
thousand.
1,000.
Okay.
Welcome
So
to
it's
grade
3/4
2.
Three quarters of a liter.
3/4 a liter, yeah. My
Oh,
issue
okay,
with those big ones though is like it gets warm before it's done.
Yeah.
Even Tolly's, like I
Sometimes,
feel
yeah.
like I'm like chasing the wind sometimes.
Challenge accepted. It's
The
funny.
first couple don't get warm.
It's funny
The
you
middle
say
few,
that.
though.
Like today, the roommate called me a true illiterate.
Yeah.
Today. Because she's like, you can't read, you can't speak, and you can't fucking do numbers. Like, you are a true illiterate. And it was just like, you like nail it, hit it on the head perfectly.
I think you're on the cusp. You're on the cusp for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, like-
I think I just
The only reason I say that is because I have another friend who is a true illiterate,
Oh,
and
nice.
it is significant, like the difference
To be-
between you and him, or between
Yeah.
me and him. You know, he doesn't fucking struggle in a lot of ways because he's kind of like had to deal with it his whole life, so he knows how to work around it. But he is
Yeah.
legit like grade 4 spelling level or some
Oh,
shit,
shit.
right? Where
Yeah.
you're like a grade 5, 6. You might even be bordering on middle school.
Yeah, I give you a
Okay.
middle school.
I'm a cool grade 9.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I passed
I
the-
would give you grade 8. That's as high as I'm going.
I passed the literacy test without
On the
any
second
fucking
try.
problems. No, it was the first try, you piece of shit.
I don't even know that I ever did that.
Yeah, you
I think I
didn't-
skipped that.
You
day.
didn't make it to grade 10.
No. And like
I was
remember,
there in grade 10.
I knew people that full on had the literacy test like read to them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
What?
mean? Like that's how much of
Wait a
joke
second.
That was.
That totally fucking cuts down the, you know,
Oh, defeats the purpose.
benchmark
Yeah.
for this. Yeah, defeats the purpose.
Yeah. Don't worry about
Hold on.
reading it. We'll read it to you.
But they
And you
still
just have to
struggle.
answer
That's an
the
automatic
question.
fail.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
Automatic
it helps,
fail.
but it's just like this isn't. So they are just truly illiterate. You're just holding their hand through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one guy
makes
at
zero
the
sense.
moving company I worked at that we always laughed at for like talking like a redneck, he was a full-on illiterate. And he would just be like, I don't do good at numbers. And like he would just say that kind of shit all the time.
Yeah.
And it was funny. And whenever like
Yeah.
he was the lead hand and I was like always his helper when like we do the 2-man moves. But when I worked with him, it's like I had to do everything. Like I had to do the clipboard and all that shit because like he can't read or write. Like it's just baffling that someone could be 30 years old. And like one day we're like packing up some house and all the boxes are like labeled like living room, kitchen, closet.
Like they're numbered too, right?
Sometimes, but like the minimum, like they're labeled. And he's holding up a box and struggling with it. We're like, yo, what's up? Just fucking put it inside. And he's just like, okay, so back. Not necessarily the box is labeled with a room, but it will say kind of what's in it. And he's just staring at this box for 30 seconds. And we're like, dude, just fucking take it inside. And he's like, I don't know what an ART room is. Like, what room is that? And we're like, it's just like it's paintings or something, dude. Like it's art. Just bring it to the living room. But he was like, could not what's an ART room?
Dude, that is also great too. Like that's one of the first
he's
keywords
dumb
you learn. Is Apple, and then it's art.
But the thing is, like, I think he could read it as art, but was unable to like process like what's an art room. Like I don't know what room that is. Like it didn't even occur to him like oh, it's not a room. Like if it says plates on it, you know it goes in the kitchen. Like it doesn't have to say kitchen plate.
I don't think he would.
No. Yeah, he clearly didn't.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it's a canaf.
Washroom,
I haven't been there in months, but last I heard, like he's got a set of twins due this fall. Like those kids are fucked.
Oh my lord!
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I do feel for people. Like, I mean, sometimes it's just like, you know, bad genetics. You're dyslexic. You're fucking.
Oh man.
It's not just like getting knocked around in the head when you're young. Like sometimes you're just born wrong. You know?
On that
God's fault
topic, like I told this to Skyler like months ago when I heard about it, but this guy, like, poor dude, if he ever hears the show, he had like his wife was pregnant last summer, and they had like a stillborn, and the kid came out with like lobster hands and shit. Apparently, like no eyelids, like bad genetics all around.
Oh my god! And he saw it.
Not only did he saw it, like he has a photo on the back of his truck that says "World's Best Dad."
No,
it's
you
just
don't
like cropped from the shoulders up. Yeah, it's rough.
Oh my god, that's my biggest nightmare. God forbid I ever have children, and it comes out with a lobster claw. That's it, man. That's when my deadbeat side kicks in, and it's like I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. Yeah,
I don't deal with old Pinchy.
I have a lot of
you want. I'm fucking gone. Moving to fucking Venezuela.
Lobster bisque. No biscuit.
Oh, biscuit, yeah. Oh no. Oh no, you got me in a spiral right now. I can't stop thinking about it, and it's way too funny. Funnier than it should be.
Pinchy.
Oh man. Pinchy. Oh Jesus. No. It's like when you hear, like, or like, you know, watching Your Mom's House is a fucking good one, but like when you see or hear that thing and you just like can't snap out of it, like pee hole stuff. Anything related to pee hole stuff, or if it's ever like if you're cruising like porno on Google, which you should never do because it's always a mix of horrible shit. But if you're like looking for something on Google, like thinking, oh, I'm gonna find a video link in the Google search, you just find people sticking shit up their pee hole and sticking shit up their ass, and it's so nasty, dude. And it's like you can't unsee it. This whole lobster thing, I feel like is gonna be the rest of my day. Can't not think about it.
Speaking of buttholes, the house I'm staying at now has a brand new bidet. And it rules.
What?
I know. Definitely gonna have to get one.
Is this the place you're gonna be living?
No. Just a different friend, but oh my god, what a morning. Yeah. What a morning.
Oh, for sure. You spend 30 minutes on that
several
sucker,
laps.
having coffee.
Yeah. Just doing the Ricky Martin, just moving the hips. Get all the corners.
Yeah, oh yeah. Living La Vida Loca,
oh,
bitch.
Baby.
I've never done one. I'd do it though. I'd do it every fucking day.
And you can never go back.
Even I've got a garden hose back there.
Even just mid out, just turn it on and just sprays it out of you. It's you don't wait till the end. You midway through just
No. Have we talked about this? Do you still wipe? I think you still
yeah,
gotta
because
wipe,
you're
right?
pretty goddamn wet at the end.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to change your underwear immediately after.
Yeah.
Got a fresh hoop, but I gotta
Like
change my
being
underwear still?
blasted with a hose. Like you need to dry down.
Wait, does it get your dick and balls and shit?
It didn't, but you can like shift. This one's
can
like
angle?
this one's got some
Yeah.
controls on it. Like your right hand is dialed in,
Oh.
like working a lift truck.
Really?
Yeah, like you got
Really?
temperature,
Wow.
you got angle.
What's the
Wow.
pressure
Thrust?
like?
What about thrust?
It's not
Pressure.
quite garden hose, but it's more than water fountain.
And it's
Ooh, that's a good
concentrated, or
meaning.
is it like a?
No, it's concentrated. Like super
Cool.
soaker, I would say, but like just
Wow.
stream.
Super
just
soaker.
Oh man,
Yeah.
like is it
Or-
hard enough that like if it caught you in the ball, it might hurt kind
No,
of thing?
no.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's a weird
But like
feeling,
if you
eh?
weren't sitting on it and you blasted it, you'd like dust the whole room for sure. Like it's a spray.
Yeah. You gotta catch
Like,
that with your
yeah, like
asshole.
you couldn't demonstrate how to use it. Like you have to sit down and just like take it for a test drive.
Okay. Okay.
That's interesting. Well,
But it's
when I
just
come
like an
visit in
add-on.
February,
Like it wasn't like a new
I'll
toilet.
have
It
a
was just
sit.
like an add-on.
Like it's just a toilet seat kind of thing?
It kind of sits at the back of the seat, and you like attach it to the water line.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's what Tushy is, right? That Tushy thing.
That's exactly what it
that
is.
everyone's
That's the
talking
brand.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet. I mean,
It's
like
so
you should do a little basic plumbing and get some warm water up in that bitch.
Oh,
'cause,
it's there.
like-
Yeah.
Is it there?
Yeah.
Oh,
warm.
okay, cool.
She's warm, baby. Yeah,
Well, it's
it takes a
tapped into
minute
the
to hook
sink.
up.
That's
It's not just
awesome.
a click and play thing. But once you're
Yeah,
set,
but it's not a ton of work. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I've heard about those. I've never seen one in person, but I've
whew.
heard a lot about it. Hello Tushy or whatever
Yeah.
it's called.
Yeah, I hear about it on like other podcasts all the time as a sponsor.
Yeah, totally.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's so sick.
Yeah, I'll take one Tushy.
I don't know what they cost, but I'm definitely getting one for the new place.
Oh, they're sub $100.
Yeah, I don't think
for
they're
sure.
much.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're in. You're
Your
gone.
toilet
You're
doesn't
going
even
to
work.
Home Depot right after this.
I'm
No,
fucking buying two.
I think they sell them at like the hardware stores. They're like $200-$300 for the same kind of
You can
thing
just
where
get
you
it
clip
online,
on
though, yeah.
basic installs. Put
Yeah.
a T in it. You just put it where your sink connects. But I think the Hello Tushy is like even cheaper, but you got to order it from them or from Amazon or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how they get you.
But I mean, like what? You can't wait 3 days. You wait your whole life to get a fucking,
Oh, yeah. A
a
hose
nice
down?
super soaker. Yeah, a hose down. Yeah.
I just
I
don't
mean,
think
it's great. That's a fucking great idea.
I just don't think the pressure would be enough.
It's enough. Like, it's not trying to bruise your balls. Like, it's just cleaning your butthole.
Yeah, I think honestly too, if you're sitting there for a couple minutes, you don't need a ton of pressure. It's just gonna. It's like the banks of the Mississippi.
No.
It's just gonna erode away over time, right?
That's it. That's
You
what I
know?
mean. Like, I was, like, between deposits and just, like, psh, psh, like, give her, like, a
Yeah.
hose down, loosen everything up.
So when you were in Europe, they had bidets everywhere.
Yeah.
right?
Most
And is
countries.
it's a separate toilet though?
It's separate toilet, yeah.
So you're
you
not
gotta you gotta
shitting
squat
and getting
over.
a hose
You gotta like
mid-shit.
yeah, you gotta shuffle
Yeah.
over. And they were
I
like,
like this better.
this
I like
is
this
way
better.
better. This is again
Yeah.
like Europe has like some cool things going on, but then the Americans just make it better. It's like there's no
Yeah.
shifting. We don't need a bathroom the size of a hallway to incorporate all these different bowls.
Well,
when
there's
you're-
way less
hold on a
shame.
second,
There's
like-
way less shame. You're not spread cheeks waddling over. to
Yeah,
the
there's
bidet,
no
right?
waddle.
No, but like, how do you not make a mess then when you're just like?
Like I don't know about you, but I'm not dripping.
I'm not shitting soup, okay, every day.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think if I slid over, there would be like just like a trail.
Leaving a snail trail.
Like
Yeah.
they're pretty fucking close together. Like I really don't think like it'd be like two dining room chairs apart, like beside each other. Like it's not like you're going far. But I mean, if you're dripping, you're dripping.
Yeah.
No,
I don't
I'm thinking, fuck the side-by-side toilet bidet. If you're gonna have two things, you want it front to back. So
Yeah.
you can shit in the back one and then just slide forward to the front one, right? Like
Just scooting.
I'm imagining that. Yeah, just scoot up and over.
You need like a fucking wheelchair but like one that like you're just like you
Back
shit.
It's completely cut
No,
out.
hear me out. Like you're sitting there and you drop a deuce, and then this thing will come in and you just flop on it, and it's got wheels on it, and it can cart you over to your next station.
I think they do have those for fucking quadriplegics.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
good
like
point.
Yeah,
How do
Specialty
cripples
of it.
shit?
all over
Oh,
themselves.
horribly, dude. It's horrible.
In their pants.
Oh my god. Like paraplegic would be rough, right? Like
Yeah.
that would be rough. But a quadriplegic, dude, like you're
But you
just
wouldn't
helpless,
even know.
you
Like, you would
shitting
just, like, be
machine.
shitting all day. But, like,
Yeah.
I just wrote a
God, do you
hilarious
feel
joke in
your
my head.
bowels and stuff?
Here's a joke I just wrote. How does a paraplegic take a shit? In his pants.
Yeah. That's fantastic. You take that down to fucking yuck yucks, man.
Yeah.
Get it standing O.
You know, open for Russell
Joke of the
Peters.
night right there. Oh yeah, I
That's
can't
great.
imagine it would be a good time to be a quad. I think I would be asked to be like put down probably.
Yeah. As far as in history goes, like if you look at the lineage of quads, it's like this is the best time to be a quad. It's only going to get
True.
better.
It's only going to
Soon
get
you're
better.
going to have a robot lower half, and you don't have to shit at all. You know, like,
Oh, yeah. Maybe they don't. Maybe they got, like, the tube out their tummies.
if you are paralyzed, like from the neck down, do you feel your bowels?
No,
or
they must be
anything?
open
Like,
all the time.
No, you wouldn't
No?
feel anything. No, you would just
I
smell.
thought it was.
I feel like I'd be peeing
Oh
constantly.
my god.
Like, I always kind of have to pee, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if, like
I
right
would just
now,
be
like, if you
pissing
had to
all
do,
over the
like, a
place.
squirt, like, it wouldn't be hard. Like, yeah, bit, bit. But if you had no
Oh,
control...
dude,
just-
I could get rid of half a liter right now.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Like, if
I
you're,
could put a 710 down, no problem.
if you're pelagic, you definitely be just peeing all day. Like, stop,
Yeah, I
Oh,
stop
yeah.
giving him
agree,
water.
It's like
Yeah.
like you know, when you die, you like shit yourself, and like
Yeah.
it's because like your body just relaxes or it's not
Yeah.
clenching anything anymore. So like if you were
Yeah.
like paralyzed or something, it would definitely just all that clenching would not happen. You know, like
Yeah.
you would just be like an open gate.
Well, you ever see those fucking like super dangerous like gimmicky like exercise things that are like electrical pulses that like maybe they should come up with something like that where it just like stimulates you all
Yeah.
day every day. Just get your fucking bowels fucking crunching, man. Just holding
That's a
on
good
to that
idea.
shit.
We can't
Yeah,
give you
right?
like if you can't give me back my legs, like at least give me back my dignity.
Yeah, I don't want to be shitting and pissing everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Can't take me nowhere.
Like, I don't think I know anyone in wheelchairs, but, like, do they kind of smell like
I
shit
know
all
a
day?
paraplegic.
Like,
Yes, so.
I know a paraplegic, and you like no. There's no odor, no obvious odor. But I think with a quad, it's like you don't see them because they can't go anywhere.
oh, yeah.
They're literally on the bidet all day.
Right. I think I've only
Just
seen,
strapped up.
like, every time I've seen a quad, it's just, like, awkwardly trying to get into a door, and you're just like, oh,
Oh man, it's tragic, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal. Yeah.
Ugh.
Fitting torture though. Like, why are like they doing the death chair? They should have a quad chair where they just fucking they don't fully guillotine you, but they hit you really hard in the neck with something like a blunt blade, and it just fucking pops your neck off the rest of your body, and now you're just quad.
You're
So
just
all the
a head.
pedophiles and all the serial killers, they can all just be, you know,
yeah.
flopped over in torment for the rest of their life. That's suiting. Don't kill them.
And not even, like, they have to go to jail or anything. It's like, no, like, you're
No,
free to go.
They're just left on their own. Just
Enjoy
leave them in their
paying your
apartment.
electric bill, motherfucker.
Yeah, I hope you can. Yeah, learn to work this telephone with your tongue.
Yeah. Hope you can,
And we're gonna leave it just out of reach.
hope you installed that ramp before you came to jail.
Yeah,
You're going home.
yeah. Don't even take them anywhere. Just do it in their own home. Just leave them there.
I hope the doors to your home are wheelchair accessible.
Yeah.
Your ramps down.
Wait, so like, if you're quadriplegic,
This is the
fuck,
dumbest-
why are we still talking about this? If you're quadriplegic, can you like yell and talk and stuff? I feel like a lot of it has to do with like your air control and your lungs and stuff. Like, how do you breathe? And like,
I don't think they
is
can.
that all instinctual?
I think they're like hooked up. Like Christopher Reeves was hooked up.
He was hooked, yeah. Was he?
Yeah, he couldn't breathe
Was
on his
he?
own.
But he could talk.
Yeah, but he had like a thing in his throat. He had a tracheotomy,
Oh,
didn't he? Yeah.
oh.
I can't remember.
I thought he had a tracheotomy and he like blew in the thing to drive.
Yeah.
Wait, they let him drive? What?
No, he drove his own car, like his own wheelchair.
He drove his wheelchair, but not with his fingers. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
he had like a straw.
Yeah, he definitely. It's just like he was always sucking out a straw.
Yeah, just has an
But he
ice
was
cap.
driving with it.
It's always just his ice cap ready to go, enjoying life.
Yeah, fuck
Oh,
me.
my Lord.
That would be.
It's probably
yeah.
a good thing. It's a good thing Lobster Baby didn't survive because it'd be stuck in a wheelchair with a straw too, for sure. Dude, that is brutal.
So what else?
So this has been a really brutal podcast.
Yeah,
We're
we're
off
off
to a
to a good start.
Dark start.
Fucking lobster hands and fucking quadriplegic.
Smelling like shit.
Speaking of brutal, I've been fucking brutalizing this Buick.
I was
that's
gonna
been in
say,
my
let's
fucking
switch over
neighborhood.
to your like street antics. Also, like before you even get to that, like your light fiasco. Like there's some stories you've been up to this week, buddy.
Oh yeah, dude, I forgot about the light. I
I've
was
been
literally
telling
the day
everybody
after we
about the
recorded
lights
last
and
time.
showing the 2 photos of your fucking botch job.
It looks great now. Now that I've
It
gone
looks
back and
great
cleaned
now,
it up.
yeah.
Oh fuck! It was so bad the first one. You had missed and hit the wall so many times.
Oh my god, I know.
So
well,
basically-
it's 40 feet in the air.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh
so,
yeah. No,
so
I'm
Mike
not looking at it.
parked out front of some business. 3 vans
Mm.
deep, car and a truck. Like they're the circus
bet.
is in town. And
Yep.
this business is doing a passive aggressive stop parking here move. Like cool for them. They haven't like used
Yep,
their
for
words like adults, but they installed these gigantic industrial lights that shine down
Floodlights.
on huge
Yeah.
floodlights that just shine down on Mike in his van. So like he's up all night. Like this is like the day
Oh,
or
dude.
night sun going on.
And I only let it be for probably 3 days for the weather to turn around and to like construct a decent plan about how to deal with this. Those 3 days it was like living in Alaska, dude. Like 2 o'clock in the morning, it's as bright as the fucking sun, afternoon sun, everywhere you look. And it was like, I mean, I got my living van like boxed up pretty good, like, you know, I got shades on everything. Still, like if you lay the wrong way in bed, and the light comes in. It's like, dude, it's like you could feel it on you. You know, it's so bright. You feel the heat. But yeah, I devised a plan to fucking black out the lights. I talked with you guys for a few days about it because I was like, what's the best way to do this? Because I don't want to do it where it's obvious that I vandalized this light to benefit myself.
Yeah.
I mean, which was unavoidable if you've seen the pictures on our chat. Like, it was unavoidable. I made it painfully obvious. It looked like I took a bucket of paint. I just threw it up on this wall. Like that, you know? I was trying so hard not to fucking
But this
get
is
it
like
all over the wall.
a roller on a 40-foot pole. Like it's not easy.
Well, I didn't even
Yeah.
get a roller. I should have got a roller. If I
Oh.
was smart and I thought it all the way through, I would have got a roller.
So you just have a brush
But
on a
instead-
40-foot pole.
Well, I started with the brush, and then the brush just didn't work. It wouldn't hold enough paint.
By the time
So
it
I
gets
tried,
up there,
like-
it's clearly dripped
By the
all
time
over
it
the
gets
wall.
up there, it dripped all over my face and shit, right? Like it was, I had it all over my arms. I had to go back to the van and get like a flannel to put on, right? Because I was like getting paint all over me. And so I ended up coming up with this fucking genius idea. Because I started, I had a couple of those like sponge brushes
I was
that
gonna
came
say like a
in,
rag would work.
Like I had like a multi-pack of paintbrushes I bought for various little things like detailing the van and the truck and this and that.
Sure.
So like, sure, right? So I had these sponge brushes that I would never use otherwise. So it's like, oh, I'll try these. They just like didn't hold the amount of paint either. They were like flimsy and shitty. So I fucking took a dish sponge and I cut it and I jammed some plastic knives in there and taped it up, and it worked fucking great. Just soaked it up. But in that, now that sponge is heavy. I got a 40-foot pole. Like, believe it or not, it's heavy, right? And so you gotta lift all that all the way up into the air to get this fucking light that I'm trying to fucking black out. And there's no control. Once you're up that high, it's like you're at its own mercy. A little bit of fucking wind hits you, and you're literally painting the next door neighbor.
And like, not to mention like all the is it leverage or the torque? Like you trying
you come slapping down on that thing, dude.
You trying to fucking paint this thing. If you just give it too much gas, it's gonna go. And like,
it went.
Yeah.
It went. It looked like if Paul Bunyan was a real thing. It was right at like cock level, and he just came shot.
Now, did you do this at nighttime?
Oh, you got to. But
because you can't do it during business hours.
No. I waited till it was like Wednesday night or something. But it was so bright, dude. This light was so bright that I had to put my sunglasses on. I had to wear sunglasses at night, like the song.
Corey Hart over here.
Yeah.
Did you black out all the lights, or just the one that was directly in front?
Just the one, because there's another one that like I'm kind of taken to it. It's right off to the side. It's around the angle of the building, so it doesn't shine directly on me, but it shines like out into the street.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect like ambient lighting. So I left that one alone. And also like I'm not sure with like, the fancy new this and fancy new that, like how security cameras work anymore. Like I don't know, and if you don't see them, that they're not there.
Yeah.
Right? So like the other light is kind of closer to the front of this business. Like it kind of angles into a parking lot. So it's like if I go up there and start slapping paint around up there, it's like I might be on a camera from like another business, right?
Yeah, that's good thinking.
So anyway, you wake up the next morning and see that this gray building, like you did fix the light, but it has white fucking paint everywhere.
I did black. I blacked it out first.
Okay.
And then I went back and like I let it dry for like an hour or two, and then I went back with some white paint and I slapped the white paint up with the same, technique with the sponge and everything. I made a new sponge.
So like in the day it looks like a totally normal light. It's perfect.
You know what? It's not bad. It was not going to catch. If you stare at it, you're like, it looks like a bunch of bird shit all over it. You know what I mean? But it like at night it provides basically no light in my direction.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like the next day I wake up and it's like, oh my God, like what a fucking massacre. And I sent you guys a picture like, dude, this is bad. This is bad, dude. Like I hope no one looks up here all day. So the next night I fucking went back and I mixed the black and the white together, got a nice shade of gray as per your instructions.
Color matched the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, did a little swatch on the bottom of the wall and got it fucking tickety-boo and slapped that up. And now you can't even tell.
It's fucking perfect. Yeah.
It's perfect. Dude.
Compared to what it was.
Though. Like it looks wet.
Yeah, but I mean,
but whatever.
They're not going to drive by in their car and be like, hey, what the fuck?
No.
Like you have to look for it.
You know what? I didn't plan to do it this way, but it just kind of worked out because the light was so bright and I could only kind of see what I was doing, like for the first night. I didn't actually paint the side of the light that's away, like on the other side of my van. So the light's like kind of like towards the end of where I park. So I painted the face of the light and then the side that kind of reflects over to me. So I didn't really paint the other side. So if you're pulling into the street at night, it doesn't even look like the light's doing anything other than it should, because it like there's no paint on that side of the light.
Yeah.
I see.
Right? There's like a little, it's like a little triangle kind of, and then the face of the light, and then like another. Yeah. So like, anyways, so you can't even tell unless you're right under it.
Yeah. And no one would go there because you have the whole road blocked.
Well, yeah. That's the idea, right? That's the idea.
Yeah.
Except
theory.
this fucking.
Except
this fucking
Buick.
This Buick bitch, this cuck Buick. Fucking for like probably a month, they've been coming down here and parking right up on my fucking ass. Like they'll literally pull into like where you couldn't even open their like rear hatch of the vehicle, right up to like my fucking van. They were coming like Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays kind of thing. Like I could pretty much count if it wasn't all of the early week, it would be a couple days during the early week. And this has been like a month.
Yeah.
And then just last week, this week, I guess, she decided that she was going to make this her forever home, like me. And I'm like, So I sent you guys I sent you guys a picture the first night.
Yeah,
right,
so
with,
my
like,
question
had the
is, like,
lights.
this looks like an SUV. Like, this isn't a van.
It is.
It's not a
No.
2%er.
No, it's
No.
no.
Not a
This
fellow
is a
2%er.
negative 2%er. Fucking
Yeah.
cuck bitch.
So, and again, this is a woman, which I was not expecting.
Well, I didn't know that until a couple days in of fucking with her. You know, like, because she'd pull up and, like, to her credit. Sorry, drugs. But to her credit, she shows up, she parks, she goes to bed. You know?
Yeah.
She's
But
not
the
out fucking
issue
around,
is...
she's not pissing on the
She's
street.
not there all day, though. She just goes away.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Say it
honey.
again?
So does she have a job, do you think, or is she...
Nice. Oh, she leaves during the day, yeah. What do you
Yeah.
got there? Fucking
I
little
just got a
grapefruit
little
punch or
fucking
something?
wine delivery. Little
Wow. What
Nice.
the
little
fuck?
sweet wine.
Nice. So you better be banging that broad.
Hey.
Just kidding.
Kevin's got to fucking step up his game.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
no
horse
kidding.
shit.
This is horse shit.
Oh, thank you.
I need a little
But
bell
no,
for refills.
she definitely leaves during the day because
Okay.
when I leave during the day, I'll come back. oh, nice.
Oh,
Nice. Thank
hello,
you, Kevin.
Greyhound
Oh,
bus
thank
of
you,
beer.
Kevin.
Thank you.
Oh, you heard me.
Oh, yeah. Didn't have to shout it that time.
Yeah.
Didn't have to stop my feet on the ground.
But like, I'll come home at whatever dinner time or varying times through the evening, and if it's like if it's the sun's not down, they're not there. They usually pull in like between 8 and 10, let's say. I've been noticing, right? But this week, like, it started where on, let's say, a Monday, she pulls in. I'm outside with the dog right now. I'm like smoking a joint, maybe getting my barbecue going. I can't remember, right? But I'm outside with the dog, and I see her pull in. So I walk up to the front of my van, and I just kind of stand at the edge of my van and watch her from like a kilometer away back all the way up to the van. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm thinking to myself, I'm not saying nothing, but I'm thinking, what the fuck are you doing? So I was like, it's been a couple weeks of this, like every other day she's been down here doing this. So I was like, well, now I'm outside, I'm going to say something. But, you know, like, there was no one to say anything to. I waited, she didn't get out, so I was like, fuck it. So I went in my van, and I fucking clicked on the high beams, flashed her up, didn't even kick down the idle, so it's burning hot idle, like 2,000 RPM, you know. And I got my high beams on, and I got my radio, AM radio. Like, there's no other radio in this. It was a tape deck, but I had my fucking AM radio cranking at fucking 11, and I just sat there for half an hour, smoked another joint, drank a beer, just sat at the edge of my van, and finally she moved up probably like a car length, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm shining right in the back of her vehicle. Right?
Yeah.
It's like what these cucks did to me over here at this building, right? So I'm like, I'm asserting some of their tactics into this situation, because I don't want to be an asshole, but also, like, there's like a code of ethic that I've established for myself.
It's escalation too, right? Like, if they're gonna bring
Escalation.
fucking like mental warfare into this and blast lights onto you, why can't you do that to the next
somebody
person?
else.
Right?
To somebody else, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You live and you learn, as they say.
Yeah. This is fair game.
It's fair game.
So she took that as a sign, as a fuck you. She must have, because she immediately moved up within 20 minutes of, because I had like very little gas, but I was like, oh, I could probably run this for an hour. I'll see if, like, you know, if I can fucking squeeze her out in an hour. And like within 20 minutes, she had moved up like a car length. So I was like, you know what? Good enough for now. She recognizes that I don't want her right up on me, right?
yeah.
So I thought. And fucking Tuesday comes around, and I'm outside. Now I'm kind of like anticipating that she's going to be back around. I don't know for sure, but I'm like anticipating it. Like, it's kind of halfway in my mind.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting outside again because it's a nice night. You know, why not? And that's what I do. I got my lawn chair, I got the dog out, I'm fucking, you know, drinking a tea or a beer or whatever, and I'm fucking just sitting out. She pulls in again, same thing. She pulls around the street, she comes up on my side of the street, and then she starts backing up from a mile away, and just all the way up to the fucking van. This time I kind of knew that she was going to do that, so I went out to the road, and I was like, hey, what do you think you're doing? Like, you're stepping on my toes here.
Yeah.
And I had nothing. The window's kind of down, but nothing. So I like walked all the way up to the window. I was like, do you fucking mind? And she's like, what? I don't know you, sir. And I was like, I'm not a sir.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, like whatever I said.
My gender.
Don't assume my
You
gender.
don't assume my gender, bitch. And it's like, well, I am a sir. But I was like, whatever I said, like some smart ass thing. Like, I don't know you. And it's like, well, if you stick around, you're gonna. And then that was it. Lose threaten. There's a light threaten, right? So I went back to my van, and I flashed it up, and I did the same thing again. I fucking had the lights going, had the radio on. She moves up probably 2 or 3 car lengths. So I was like, okay, well, she's a slow learner, but I'll give her some credit. She's getting the hint. It only took a half-ass threaten and a bunch of fucking, you know, tactics. A bunch of new age tactics to squeeze her out. So then Wednesday comes around, and now I'm like talking to you guys about it. I was like, I don't know what to do if she comes back, right? Like, I don't want to be violent and aggressive. Now I know it's a woman, and there's like an extra little bit of like, I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable kind of thing, right? But I also don't want her here. Like, there's a whole fucking street. I know this is so like kind of so weird to talk about this when like you're not in this situation, but for me it's like a personal code of ethic. If someone is parked there and they're living there, sleeping there, give them some buffer space. It benefits everybody, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's like, if you don't understand that, then you're not of this world, and I don't want you around anyways, right? Like, even outside of this decision that you made, like, I know we're not going to get along, so get the fuck out.
But you also approached the situation planning to not get along. Like, you didn't just give her a little knock on the window and ask her her name and like, hey, you mind parking down the street? Like, you showed up. Like,
well, it's been a
with
couple
your
weeks.
chain going.
Yeah, usually I'll do. You're right. I didn't give her a chance, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm not gonna.
No,
Like,
it's too late
right?
now. You can't step back.
It's too late.
You're not a cuck.
No. The next step is popping her tires, and then that she'll never leave.
Well, you've
so
already,
it's like,
thrown garbage all over the front of her hood. Like, we saw that photo.
Okay. So this is like Wednesday night or whatever, right? Like, there's been a couple nights. There's been a couple nights of like passive aggressively trying to squeeze her out and having a somewhat threatening conversation. But again, like I'm not oblivious to this whole thing. Like, she's living on the street for a reason. I do empathize, right? Like, I've made this choice and I'm living well. She's got one shit. She doesn't even got a van. She's got an SUV, and she's got one of them. How good could she be doing? Really, let's be real, right? She's got nothing to show for it.
She's not doing this out of choice.
No. Well, no, I don't think so. You know, maybe it's a stepping stone towards something, but like, it doesn't look good, right?
I mean, like, maybe she like has a job and is just going through a really hard time, and you're just nothing but horrible to her.
I mean, they are unprecedented times.
You're unprecedented. She might have
COVID.
but
you know what? You know, like the
quarantine.
decision she could make. Decision she could make is which I'm expecting her to do now, up at this to this point, and even right now as I speak, is to find another fucking place to park. You don't need to be here. There's no reason for it. You just don't. You got one vehicle. You're not doing the shuffle game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's all these open streets and nice quiet areas in this fucking neighborhood. Literally hundreds. If you're just parking for the night and going somewhere during the day and coming back at night, you could do that anywhere. You don't need to be here. Right?
Yeah.
So I kind of did say shit like that in a semi-threatening way when I spoke with her. But she didn't take that advice. She came back the next day. She parked right up on me, did the lights thing again. She moves up. So that night, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I said to you guys, I don't know what to fucking do. So I was like, you know what? I got the fucking scoop on all the good dumpsters around here. Because, you know, I do. And that's part of my lifestyle. And there's this, well, you know, I'm just like interested in crap, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, you got to go climb a dumpster and have a look. So there's this fucking tech company that's like, I don't know, 5 minutes down the road in another part of the industrial area. There's like this fancy tech company. And like when I first moved down here, I was like, well, they're going to be throwing out some good shit. I'm going to go have a look.
You might have get a good chair out of there.
Yeah, good something. Like,
keyboards.
actually, I've got a bunch of like organizer little things.
Yeah, okay,
I got a bunch of little like organizer things, right? For my knickknacks.
Yeah.
And so, but when I was there like a year ago, it's like they have a whole dumpster that's just foam. So it's little pieces of foam from packaging, right?
Oh,
trim ends and stuff. And it's all that white shit, that slippery white foam.
Yeah.
So it's like I've jumped in that dumpster fucking dozen times because it's hilarious and it's fun. They got a stair walking right up to you, jump in, you climb out. It's fucking awesome, right? So
you know how to
I'm
live.
like,
yeah, what life you have.
Of course I do.
You need a fucking
You gotta
job.
stay busy, man. You gotta stay busy.
Job.
Oh, I've been doing this, having a job.
Homeless
you know?
McDonald's Playland.
It is, dude. It is. You know, I bet you if you dig deep enough, you might find some nuggets. You know.
But how fresh are they? Come on.
Well, you never can know. So, anyways, I got the lowdown on the good dumpsters in the area, and I know that shit's lightweight. It's bulky. I can load up the back of my truck with it, easy. So I drive down there Wednesday night, midnight, climb in this dumpster, pull my truck right up to it, and I'm just by the armful. Just bring out right to the back of the truck. Just fill the whole back of my truck with this foam shit, right? Come home, start bagging it up. I got about 6 bags of this shit,
You didn't
right?
bring the bags to the dumpster.
Well, I didn't think that far ahead. But I was like, I'm going to go check and see, because I haven't been to this dumpster in, I don't know,
Yeah.
couple months.
Sure.
Like, I was definitely been there in the summer, had a good jump, had a good frolic. But I haven't been there for a couple months, right? So I was like, whatever, I'm going to drive and check it out. Who knows if they emptied it that night, right? I'm not going to, I was like, this is the first step. So I went and looked, came home, bagged it all up, and I was like, I'm just going to put this on this person's car. And then what are they going to do?
Nothing.
People are going to start showing up to work in the morning. They're going to see his bag's garbage on this bitch's car. And she can't just leave it. She can't just, leave it on the ground because now they know it's her.
Right, they all saw it.
And if she does, then odds are she's not going to come back to this neighborhood. So I win, right?
Sure.
Well, I don't know what she's been doing with this garbage, if she's hoarding it or if she got her own little dumpster she likes to fucking play in. But I've done this 3 days in a row with 6 bags of garbage. And... fucking she I don't know what she's doing with it. She's squirreling it away.
Still parks in the same spot.
She keeps coming back, and she keeps coming back. So
I hate to say it, but you guys are definitely meant to be friends.
Yeah, you guys are gonna start fucking.
You're gonna start banging
gross,
this
dude.
old lady.
Listen, if she was 20 years younger, I'd give it a go, but she's gross, dude. No way.
Does she seem
I mean,
like
I
she's
guess
all
there's
there,
potential.
Yeah.
cognitively, or is she
I barely
Playing a
talked to her.
dumpster kind of weird.
I'd say there's probably a drug problem.
But it seemed like a nice SUV. She definitely got kicked out of the house by her husband.
Dude, all you need to do is have a fucking credit score of 700 to get a fucking vehicle. You don't need to have money. No one gives a shit if you got money.
No, you're
You know?
True.
Yeah.
The world's so fucked up. They're just printing money and making people, suck their dick for debt for the rest of their lives. You can't do anything unless you have credit. You don't even need money. You just need credit. It's
You just need to
it's
be
fucking
good for
bullshit,
it.
man.
You don't need money. You just need to be
Yeah.
good for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to be good for it. You don't need to have any skills, nothing. You just have credit. If you have credit, you run the world, right?
So how do you get bad credit? Do you
Not paying
shit?
payments.
Don't pay
I
your
think.
bills.
Yeah.
Don't
I think
pay
you
your-
can
don't pay
have
your-
a bunch of
Yeah.
debt and still have good credit as long as you pay
sure.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how
Make
it works.
minimum
Not that I know
payments.
anything
Yep.
about the economy, but yeah, it's
No,
only
that's
if you're
totally it.
absentee on cell phone and loan payments and shit that becomes an ish.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think for bigger things too, it's they want you to have diversified credits, like credit cards, mortgage. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't just have one credit card and go buy a home.
That's not what
you
Skyler
got a
said.
$1,500 limit on your card? Yeah, we'll give you this mortgage.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sounds like they were doing that in the early 2000s when that huge recession hit. That's kind of how they played it. But I think they got away from that. But yeah. So, anyways, she's been dealing with this garbage like a fucking champ. Kudos to her. Hats off, man. I've thrown everything at her except for a brick. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. It's just not the. This isn't the interaction
coming, though.
that requires that. No, it won't. I don't have a violent tendency towards her. I just don't. If you're being a dick and you're actively fucking with me, I'll fuck you up. Period. You
Yeah.
know? I'll paint your light. I'll break your window. I don't give a shit.
So what about this though? Does her adding to your fleet of vehicles kind of legitimize the street as you can park here all night, it's fine? Or do you think it is blowing the spot up?
I don't think it. No, I don't think it's doing really either. It's this sounds crazy.
It's just your space.
Yeah, it's living down here. There is a privacy element to it before she showed up.
Right.
I could shower. I've been showering outside with my fancy new shower.
Yeah.
And it's if you're parking up on me, it's kind of awkward to do that.
Right.
You know? I mean, I still do, but it's just my situation has gotten I got a dumpster across the street that I don't dive in. I just throw my garbage in. I got a fucking hose across the other way, which I fill all my shit up in, and like, but it's also like I just like to be down here and be outside. Like I'm not always just sitting in the van, right?
Right.
Like, I want to be. I'm down here. The dog's running around. Like I'm painting lights. I'm digging holes. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing all the things you're supposed to do. And it's just like it just made my situation. And this sounds fucking insane because it slightly is, but it just made my situation like a little less comfortable. And like I said, there's no the way I see it. You don't need to be here. You have options. Now, for her to feel like this is her only option, maybe it's like a safeties and numbers thing. But it's like, at this point, you should realize someone's throwing garbage on your shit. They're fucking yelling at you and flashing their lights and all this stuff. You know, it's, I mean, I only talked to her once, but it was still, like, obvious that I wasn't, like, chill, you know?
Right.
You'd think, like, oh, I just take this time to go find another fucking spot.
I would lean on, like, oh, she's just, like, new to the van in life, doesn't know what's up, sees your setup, and, like, okay, it's safe to park here. Doesn't know some etiquette, likes to throw her lights on and shit.
Yeah.
But you talking to her, even aggressively, like that should be enough to be like, oh yeah, fuck this, I'm parking somewhere else. But for her to keep coming back, that's on her now.
Yeah. It's on her, so I started loading her.
Yeah, I think.
Listen, it's also on me. Like I'm not like I'm not innocent in all this. I realize that.
You're definitely the instigator. Like she's cool to just like both be civil and stay there. But you're like,
I'm not into it.
This is
not
my
into
land.
it. No. Well, listen, if she could actually park on this street and be out of eyeshot. The street's big enough that she could park on the other end of the street and it not be an issue.
Yeah.
But she insists on parking right up on me, or now she's taken to parking directly across the street, which is better because she's on the opposite side of the street. But she's still like, as soon as I walk out of my van and I split the vans, and I'm like going to the back of the other van, she's right there in her window. I'm seeing her right in her fucking window.
I get it. It's totally like, I don't mind you being around, but I better not fucking see you.
Well, and it's also like I'm doing shady shit, like painting the light and digging holes. Like I'm not doing it every day, but I'm doing stuff where it's like I don't want there to be an audience sometimes, right?
God no. They're called
witnesses. There's no witnesses, buddy. Exactly.
Like I have very limited like van-in experience, but my one time, like I went to Chicago for a music festival, and we're like, neither of us had very much money. It wasn't even a van; it was just my grandfather's car. But it's like we're not staying in a fucking hotel. Like we don't have hotel money, especially in like Chicago. Like we're gonna just sleep in the car. Like go back to the car after the show. Like we'll go to dinner or something late time, sleep in the car, get up, have breakfast, drive back to the show. And where this festival was in a shitty fucking part of Chicago. Maybe 80% of Chicago is this area, shit area.
Yeah. And
it was just like I don't want to spend the night here. Like the mall parking lot that I like had like flagged like on Google Maps, like oh this is a mall nearby, let's go there. The first time we pulled in, it was like, are they filming a movie here? Like there's so many abandoned cars. Like it looked like Dawn of the Dead parking lot. It's like I don't want to sleep here. So we would like drive, like after the festival we would drive kind of like 20 minutes north up to the like the Cuck rich area, like Lincoln Park. Like it's all just like big houses and boulevards. So like we're parking here. This is like where they film.
I bet you fit right in Lincoln Park.
But we're like fucking little Chester. Chester, you're home.
Oh my God, it's Chester.
But like this is like literally like where like the Home Alone house is, like that kind of a neighborhood. And it's like I feel like I could sleep here all night. Like this is beautiful.
Yeah.
But waking up to the like looks of people walking their dog to just like two people like in a pile in the back seat of their car.
It's sweaty, just
so sweaty. The window's cracked, but that's not enough.
No.
And there was like a shame of every morning of like, okay, wake up, we have to get out of here because I feel like I'm totally imposing, stepping on toes. Like so many kids went by on bikes and then did another lap to look in, kind of thing. Like there's two dead bodies.
Is that
in
a
this
nipple?
car.
Yeah, the kid rides by. It's like, is that a nipple? He's got to come back.
Got fucking piss balls.
I mean, that was when I first moved to Vancouver. That's what I thought too, to be honest. Like all I had ever done was like kind of just stayed in, like, as far as vanning goes and like camping on the street, just the odd night or two.
Yeah.
On the way to places, right? Like, and just like I'd never stayed anywhere for any real length, maybe a week at the most.
Yeah.
So when I first moved here, I was like, well, I'm just gonna park by all the dog parks because it's awesome. I can just open the door and let Chooch out.
Yeah.
But it's all the dog parks, kind of around the city, are also in just neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So I can't have my table out and my barbecue going every day right in this spot. Like, I can't have that.
No.
So, like, it took me I'd say less than 2 weeks to be like, okay, this is it. Like, I got to find, like, a set light industrial area right at the edge, right?
Yeah. You got to find
So
a
I've kind of
place
stuck around these areas.
And you're getting the internet from one of these, probably these people.
Oh, yeah, internet, dude. Internet's through the trees or something. I don't know. It's everywhere, dude. Like, they got fiber optics running up all these routes because it's no
5G,
matter everywhere
baby.
you go.
Yeah.
I got I'm on Pound Telus right now.
Whatever
Free
the
network,
fuck
Pound
that
Telus.
is.
Nice. Fuck you, Pound
Well,
Telus.
Yeah, fucking Pound Telus, buddy. And I mean, you can go on porno on there. There's no restrictions. You know?
Oh, nice.
Record
See, that's what I
the
was
show
saying,
on it.
You know, they're gonna get a bunch of flags on your.
Oh yeah,
internet 'cause you're on the
HBO
porn.
Dude,
notification.
Come find me. I'll just drive to the next street. You know what I mean? Fucking cuck.
Can they can they like see their shit? Like if they went and looked,
Oh,
they
for
would
sure.
see
Oh,
all
for
your
sure.
websites and stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
The
Wow.
like network administrator would have full privileges to all the internet traffic. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah, they're seeing me going to fucking Bang Bus and Pornhub and fucking all the. I mean, I don't really, but you know, when the mood strikes. But also like I'm just streaming too. Like I'll stream fucking YouTube at 1080p, sucking the gigs. You know, like, my thing doesn't even do 1080p, but I said it there.
You're just listening to an album with 1080p artwork.
1080p going totally, exactly, and it's just 5 gigs per hour on this fucking network. But anyway, so like the whole thing with this woman has escalated to the point where it's like I there's not much more I can do. She's here. I just kind of got to live with it. I would like to have another conversation with her and just be like, hey, listen, you're obviously gonna keep coming. I haven't admitted to any of this garbage shit. I'm not gonna. But I thought it was like maybe it would be obvious that it was me, but maybe it's not, and maybe that's why she's coming back. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she
it's
feels
not
like you're like protecting her. Like if she gets too far from the like herd, she's gonna get all the garbage.
Listen,
Yeah.
I don't wish her any ill will or any extra garbage. You know what I mean? Like I'll provide the adequate amount of garbage. You know, we don't need extras down here. But like I just kind of like I'm at my wit's end. You know, this is my last fucking Hail Mary pass. So she fucking parked like she does on everywhere else, 6 inches from this like giant moving truck, like a full 5-ton
I know the truck well.
Right, exactly. So she pulled up within 6 inches of this truck. So if someone pulls in behind this poor truck on Monday morning, they're not getting out.
They can't get
Their
out.
day of work is fucked. You know?
Yeah, you need to back that shit up.
I was like, listen, I've told this woman 3 nights in a row, indirectly and directly, to get the fuck off get your fucking, ass out of my face. Get your vehicle's ass out of my fucking face.
Yeah.
Right? So I went, I have a car that I don't use for anything but storage right now. I just got tires and garbage in it. And it's parked like
all that
kinda,
foam garbage.
It's full of foam.
It's parked a bike ride away. Like it's probably a 10-minute bike ride. And I'll park it. I'll throw the bike on the roof and fucking drive the car over here. Is what I did last night. And I fucking parked. I sent you guys the pictures there. No one else is gonna have the privilege of seing it. But
paint a
it's
picture.
just like I don't even know why we talked about this for 45 minutes. I'm like bound to go to jail now.
Yeah. Oh
for
yeah.
harassing this poor woman. But I parked like I'm talking 2 inches or less from her bumper.
Yeah.
And she's still out there now.
She's stuck.
This morning. She can't move. Either I have to move or that truck has to move. She's now there stuck for life. So if she wants to be here, she can stay there. And that's it.
Yeah, you wanted to
I
be
don't
here,
have
now you're
any
fucking
need
here.
to move that car.
Yeah.
That car is just full of... Yeah, she's fucked. The car can stay there for, someone else can have it and just leave it there for all I care about that car. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, this poor woman.
Yeah.
Maybe she's just trying to like just barely hang
Oh
on
my
to like
God.
a job.
Yeah,
and like
definitely
she's
husband
lost
left her.
everything,
Yeah,
and she's just like, I'm just doing this temporarily. Like I just.
I don't have to care about that. I don't have to care about that. I just
No, you're
don't.
right.
I can empathize. I get it all, right? That's why I haven't like broken her window or fucking like screamed in her face. One, because the situation does not call for that, but also because like I do have some empathy. Like I don't want to be hyper aggressive or destructive. But something's got to give. You got to get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Or like just park further away. There's like so many nice spots 50 feet back from where you're parking right now. It's all the same to me. Or it's all the same to you. So just go there.
Here's the other thing, too, then. Do you think, like, is she dead right now, do you think?
Oh, she definitely
I
did
don't
a
even
suicide. You're just tormenting her.
She definitely did suicide. I don't know. I haven't like been watching her or nothing. I don't know what kind of movement's going from the vehicle. I've been out and about all day. I took the dog for a walk. Got some fucking.
You can't see her in there.
bagel,
Like this isn't a 2%er van. This is just a Buick.
Yeah.
Like she got the windows.
Dude, she's
tinted.
got like a fancy tint on the window.
Yeah,
like,
this is
she's got her like thing up the front and the back with the shiny reflective
Yeah.
shit, right? Like
She's-
no.
It's
And I'm
like-
not trying to go snooping or nothing.
No. Do you think it's maybe like she's got a hair-on thing going on?
I was
Like-
thinking a crack or something. She was like I said, limited interaction, super twitchy, super skinny, frail. Like was probably meth or crack, and just like looked bad. Like she was probably 40 years old, but she looked like she was 60. Or
Yeah.
something, you know,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
one of those. Just a face
mad.
like a fucking oven.
Shall we switch over to a fan question and wrap
Whatever that
this
means.
fucking story up?
Wow,
Yeah,
we're
I
an
mean,
hour in.
we're an hour
Jesus
in.
Christ.
So yeah,
Hopefully no one listens to this.
Hopefully,
and
like,
forms
this was
worse
dark.
opinion of
Yeah.
me. This is dark
again, like
as shit.
send fan questions to pretty much email at gmail.com. We love a good fan question. And Brian's back.
Oh, but
this
can I just
week.
say?
Yeah.
Can I just say
Oh,
before
yeah.
we get in the fan question?
Sure.
No regrets.
No,
I've done everything
you
by
were-
the book.
You love telling
By the
that
book.
story. This
Which
wasn't.
book is that?
My book, bitch. Okay. But
Did
like,
you leave
really, like
that-
I haven't, as far as I considered, I haven't stepped over the line too much. I've
Yeah.
tiptoed the line a bunch. I thought of passive aggressively and somewhat aggressively giving her the option to go find another spot.
Yeah.
Like, or not even the option, giving her the incentive to go find another fucking spot.
I'm walking the line, brother. I'm walking the
Walking the
line.
line, baby.
So
That's
Brian wants to know, what is the best place to get pizza, and what do you guys put on it?
Ooh, Pizza Garden, Parmesan cheese. That's it.
That's it. Pizza Garden. Like,
Parmesan cheese. That's fucking.
Well, any of the slices.
When
What
me
I'm-
and
oh,
Skyler
what do you
are
put on
like-
it? What are your toppings?
yeah.
Yeah,
Look, I
is
mean,
what
when
you're
me and
saying.
Skyler are
Oh,
having
I'm
like
thinking
a
like you go
thick
get a
wallet
slice and
month,
you
we'll
put
get
something
Pizza
on
Hut
it.
and stuff that crust.
You gotta stuff the crust.
Ooh, yeah.
You gotta
know
stuff the
what?
crust, baby.
Nothing beats it. Nothing really beats it.
Stuff
To be
like,
honest with you, like the stuffed crust is better than the actual pizza.
yeah, that
Like I
Oh,
would
yeah.
rather
Oh,
like
yeah.
just
Just
send
give
me
me
like
stuff.
They do
crust.
it. No, they do
an
it.
in-
You got to
like
go to
an
the States for it, but they do it.
intestine. I just want like an intestine
They
of
do it.
fucking stuffed
like
crust
crazy
that-
bread stuffed.
Yeah.
Dude, they do like it's like little buns in the States. It looks like a
Yeah.
pizza, but it's all little like rippable, like little hot
Yeah,
bun
yeah.
looking
Yeah,
things.
yeah. That's what I
Yeah.
fucking want.
Dude, I don't think they do it in Canada, but they do it in the States for Pizza Hut.
That's horse shit.
I thought you meant like, where's your favorite pizza and what do you put on it when
Well,
you get
I
it?
mean,
Like, you know what I mean? Like
I'm-
chili flakes.
I'm a fan of like a cheese pizza. Like I like cheese pizza. Like it's so basic.
Yeah, it's because you
But
used to be vegan forever and you got no taste.
I just think
I-
they're real fucking good.
I'd like
Zing.
I like a hot cheese pizza. I don't mind it, but like the
I
next
like
day
cheese
cheese
pizza,
pizza, I'm
Right.
not into it.
Yeah.
But I'm also like a simplistic man. Like I do
Yeah.
enjoy just
We've
like
been
a
over
good
your
fucking-
literacy issues.
Yeah. I can't spell pepperoni,
No one
but
can.
I want it on my pizza, right? But like a
Oh, I
pepperoni
love
pizza is fucking
Second day
good.
That's number
Pepperoni
one
is
topic.
good.
There's like, that's it.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
want to get fucking weird, I like a good like ground beef and fucking
Mm.
banana peppers.
Same. But you got to put pepperoni on it still.
Yeah, you got. Oh, it's got it. It's
Yeah.
like don't give me a
Pepperoni is
pizza
like a-
that
yeah.
doesn't have pepperoni.
It's
on
either
it.
cheese or pepperoni and something.
Yeah.
If it doesn't
I mean,
have
I'm also
pepperoni
a
on it,
fan
it's
of the
basically
barbecue
garbage.
pizzas. I like the barbecue pizzas. I like the ranch pizzas. But, like, really nothing beats just a fucking really good pepperoni slice
When you say
Or
barbecue, do you mean like
basic.
the ones with like the fucking sauce on them?
Yeah, like barbecue and
Yeah,
chicken.
with like
Ooh.
chicken, bacon, barbecue
Like, they're
sauce,
good, but
pizzas,
it's not-
they're fucking rad.
A $40 pizza and it doesn't even have stuffed crust? Get out of here.
I remember we watched a movie one night about like, you guys remember when, I think it was on Netflix, and it was about like that dude that like took a gun to one of those camps. It was like an island camp, and he shot all the kids.
It was
all
in
the
like
cadets.
Norway or some shit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jesus.
He set up a bomb, whatever, and then did the shooting. And I remember in this movie, later on, like based on a true story, whatever, he's in prison and they give him like a pizza, like he's doing like his like they caught him and he's confessing, right? So he's like got his coffee, his cigarettes, and he gets a pizza. And he fucking had a pizza that had like ranch dressing just all over it.
Nice.
Like dipping sauce
Just on it.
on the pizza.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, this man is a psychopath. Like,
Yeah.
like that's the reason though. Not because of like what he did with the guns, but like
But is he wrong though?
Spoonfuls
Like,
of ranch he's inhaling.
I'm not
yeah,
a
just,
dipping
like,
sauce.
what an animal.
Like,
you
I'm not
know?
a
Like,
dipping sauce guy. Like, I wouldn't pay extra
Yeah.
for it, but like generally people are like, let's get dipping.
Mhm.
Like, and that's relatively a newer
With or
thing to
without, I
order
don't
pizza
care.
and just
Yeah.
get like full like
Yeah.
creamy dipping sauces.
Totally. When we
Like
were
10
kids, it
years
was
old,
nothing.
maybe?
If you
Yeah.
want a dipping sauce, go get the ketchup. You know what I mean?
There's
Yeah.
no dipping sauce.
There was no.
It's
No,
a
you're
newer
totally
thing.
right.
So like,
You're-
yeah, is he
yeah.
wrong that instead of dipping, he just pours it all on top? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It might be
he
cool.
No, I
is,
do. I
yeah.
think he's completely wrong.
completely fucking wrong.
Yeah. I
It's
just
like
think
wiping
he
your
also like
fucking ass, stirring
baking
the
ranch
bow.
sauce.
Like it doesn't make sense.
Well, that's what you gotta get a tushy.
Yeah.
Come on. That's it.
Get a fucking
But
bladder
even just
infection.
like baking ranch in general, never mind fucking
Not you
gallons
put it
of
on
it. Like,
after. You don't fucking cook it with the ranch on top.
well, what about people when they do it like that?
Yeah.
You know, it's a thing.
Well, they're wrong.
If you're gonna
buddy.
allow them to put them on the pizza after it's cooked, why can't they put it on before it's cooked?
And they do.
Mm.
Yeah,
And they
like some
do. And it's
pieces
like
of
I'll
shit-
eat it, but it's weird.
Like, have you seen those pizzas too that are like, instead of tomato sauce, they use Alfredo sauce?
Yeah, like a
That's
white
a Pizza Hut thing.
Yeah.
That's only Pizza Hut. The only place you can find that option is at Pizza Hut. I'm
That's
telling
like-
you.
It's like, that's not pizza.
No.
That's garbage.
Yeah.
That Name that
Yeah.
something else. You know?
Garbage. You want a
It's
piece of garbage on the phone?
Call it Alfredo pie.
Yeah,
Alfredo pie.
what's the Italian word for garbage? Trashirio.
Garbage.
Garbaggio.
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 Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Garbaggio Alfredo.
Mussolini.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, I thought my first jump in on this question was so off, but Vancouver's got one of the raddest pizza places. It's called Pizza Garden. It's a hole in the wall. Well, most of them are just little holes in the wall, and it's just thousands of pizzas a day get pumped out of there. By the slice, you can get a whole pie if you want, but it's like at late night, it's cool. There's always people on the sidewalk, and anytime during the day, it's like you can't go wrong. You don't need dipping sauce. The pizza, like, it just melts in your mouth. The crust is so good, you know. It's old Napoli's fucking pizza, but it's like, you know, modernized, right? So it's like authentic with the good dough and the
Yeah.
sauce. But it's like you can get barbecued chicken, or like they'll make fancy and hippie slices, right?
See, I don't want that.
So
I don't
Don't
want
give
that.
me
No,
fancy
seriously,
or
dude,
hippie.
you would though. If you
No.
smelt this pizza, you're gonna want to buy out the whole
Do they
shop,
have
I'm
just
telling you, It's
cheese?
the best pizza. Yeah, they
Yeah,
have cheese,
okay,
they have pepperoni, they
I'll
have
fuck with it.
Hawaiian, they got all the staples.
I'll fuck with it.
But then they just ruin it, like with cabbage on it or something.
Yeah, but I'm not eating that. It's just an option. You
Yeah,
know?
fucking kimchi or some shit. Like people gotta
You know what?
get-
That is
gotta
pretty
cool.
fucking good though. I've had kimchi on pizza, and I'm telling you, it is pretty good.
Some of that weird
It is a
shit,
thing.
like when we're like kids and it's like on Ninja Turtles, it's a joke, like no anchovies. It's like they're
Yeah.
pretty fucking good.
They
No
are
way.
good.
They
You've
are
never
so
had it. I can
gross.
tell by your answer.
I'm
No,
never gonna order it.
not-
I'm
not
never gonna
only-
order it, but it's
I've
good.
never had it, but at my work,
Yeah.
we do pizza day every Wednesday.
Brad
And
does
this
it.
one guy used to always get anchovies.
Yeah.
And it would be like we split the pizza, right? Like it's
Right.
like you get a medium pizza, you get
Yeah,
5
yeah.
slices each, and I would get my side of like just pepperoni and bacon and like onions, and then
Yeah.
he would get like fucking anchovies. and it would completely taint my half.
Oh, yeah, because it's all
for
cooked
sure,
together.
dude. It's gonna
Yeah,
leach.
like it gets in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
Gets into
saying
the
like
marrow.
I don't want.
I'd be like, listen, Paul,
No,
you're gonna
I
have
did.
to get your own pizza.
I
Yeah.
asked eventually where I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this is ruined.
Ruined.
Yeah, you're ruining two.
Yeah,
at least
I'm
two
with
of
you.
them by
Like,
5
I don't
slices.
want a
Yeah.
cheese pizza that has a hint of like coffee anchovy.
Fish.
I don't want
No,
that. No one
fish,
wants
yeah.
that. But
Nobody.
in a few situations in my day, like someone's ordered an
I've
anchovy
eaten it. It's
pizza,
good.
and they're just like little salty, delicious snacks.
Totally,
Like,
it's
they're
so
fucking
delicious.
good.
If you when you don't know, when you just take a bite, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah,
You know?
you have to actually have a
I'm
bite
never
of it.
gonna order
Yeah, you don't
this,
want
but-
just the smell of it on a good old pepper and bacon pizza. You have to bite
No.
it, and it's like, oh my god, it's this delicious.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a super salty pepperoni. It's so good.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's how olives got me too. I was never liked olives, and it was just like, people order pizza, your pizza in a group, whatever, party pizza. You eat it, and it's like, it started like, it's not bad, and I
Yeah.
started to look forward to it. Like, if I'm gonna have pizza with people, if it has olives, I'm going for that.
Yeah, I'm not
Now,
ordering
it's
it
like
at all.
every
Yeah,
once in a while.
No,
I'm an
they're
olives guy.
Also, like,
I'm an olive.
absolutely disgusting.
Brian, what a good question. What a hot topic
Oh,
question.
There's a
right here.
giant skunk outside. I'm so distracted.
Like, honestly, is an olive a vegetable or a fruit?
Dude, it's
a
plum.
berry?
It's a listen. It's a vegetable raisin, is what it is.
Is it? No.
Yeah.
Raisins aren't
No,
vegetables.
it's
They're fruit.
I don't fucking
It's
know.
its own plant. It's like the berry
Oh,
of an
fuck.
olive vine.
I got 8% left in my fucking battery. I gotta plug this guy in. So we should wrap this little fucker up.
Yeah, we're yes. Before your brother starts asking more questions.
Stupid fucking question. Let's give a shout out to.
Is olive a plant?
Is olive a plant?
No, it's a meat, dude.
What kind
It's
of
meat.
animal does an olive come from? Let's give a shout out to Bike Thieves. Congratulations again, signing to Stomp Records. Leakage comes out this October.
It is leakage. I told you.
Leakage or leaking? I don't fucking remember. It might
Oh
just
my
be
god.
leaking.
Okay, we still don't know.
I don't remember.
Still don't know.
It's good though. I listened
Shout
to the
out Bike
album. It
Thieves.
was great. You can send us questions or pretty much email at gmail.com. And otherwise, that's it. Yeah, thanks.
Last words. I just
Sure.
want to answer your brother's follow-up that he never got to ask. The little red thing inside the olive,
Yeah.
that's another
They
vegetable.
stuff that in. It
Okay.
doesn't come like that.
They stuff
that's-
that in.
what's
It's
that,
not
like,
grown like that.
pimento?
But I
Pimento.
knew you were working up to
Yeah.
that. I knew you were working up
They
to
pull
that.
it
it
off
wasn't-
the thing like a grape, and then it has a big gaping hole in it, and they shove another vegetable in there.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's delicious.
And then they put it in the jar.
Yeah,
and then
and
you
pickle
put it
it.
in your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
They pickle it.
Delicious.
I don't know. Who would have, like...
It is. You
who
gotta
Italian.
grow up a
thinks
little
of
bit,
these
but
dumb things.
Yeah.
Italians, yeah.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
good
yeah.
did they fucking ever give us?
Not much, but olives and
Nothing.
pizza. And
The
Super
fucking
Mario
boot
video
of the
games.
Mediterranean, am I right?
Anyway, see you
Best.
guys all next week. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Bye.
I might not be here.
Oh.
Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We are Pretty Much Experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again, everybody. Tune in next week. We are Pretty Much Experts, and we love you, I guess.